Hey everybody, Lucas Slater here with my out-of-theater reaction to Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga. This movie is excellent in all the ways you would expect from George Miller. It's a prequel to Mad Max, Fury Road, telling the origin story of Furiosa from her time as a child on leading up until the events of Fury Road. The production design, cinematography, costume design, stunt work, everything is top notch. Everything you would expect, again, from George Miller and many of the same crew that worked on Fury Roads about 10 years ago or so. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. It's structurally different than Fury Road. It takes place over a much longer period of time. To call it a slow burn is not accurate, but it takes its time in developing the lore, developing the world, and yeah, I would say that it's very much like Fury Road, with the structure of maybe something like Gladiator or The Revenant. A little bit more like that, where it's a journey, there's peaks and valleys, rising and falling action. It's just got a lot more, how do you say, like just so many different elements to it. Like, it's just a more complex story, and it turns Fury Road into quite the kind of epic third act to the whole story, in a way. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to watch it again. And on the MMAvens Podcast, which we will be having our inaugural episode, Josh and I, my fellow movie maven, will be discussing what we thought of it. He's going to watch it tomorrow for the first time. I'll be watching it with him and see what I think on a second viewing, and we'll give you our thoughts in more detail then. But yeah, look out for the Movie Maven Podcast, or the Midwest Movie Mavens. Very cheesy, whatever, but you got to come up with some sort of branding. But anyway, you hear a lot more from us. We're going to be covering all sorts of things in pop culture and theatrical, streaming, even some sports in there. I'm a mixed martial arts guy, so the MMAvens or the MMAvens Podcast will also be a segment, a show we'll be doing as well. I assume we'll do some Chiefs coverage since we're out of KC and other things like that. But yeah, pop culture podcast with an emphasis on the filmmaking side of things, TV as well. We'll be doing weekly episode reviews and recaps for like House of the Dragon, The Boys, and The Acolyte. Those will be coming up in June. And then, of course, any movies coming out weekly that pique our interest. Definitely Kinds of Kindness I want to see. The Bike Riders in June as well. Those are the two of the next ones I'm excited for. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. But yeah, excellent movie. I'm sure there's nitpicks from people, but to me, that's what you're going to get with any movie. And for all intents and purposes, this is about as good as it gets cinema-wise. So highly recommend. All right. See you guys.